predicaments. He emphasized the need for local government workers to partner with local government chairmen in the state with the aim of moving the economy of the state to the right direction.
You all, as local government workers and officials, to extend the same level of cooperation and commitment to the local government chairmen and councillors to transform the economies of the local governments and consequently our dear state. Let us join hands together to amplify our conviction that it is possible to deliver prosperity and good governance in the democracy without inflicting more hardship on the people in the deprived economy.
Governor Oyetola was thereafter honored by the leadership of local government workers for his unflinching support towards the union in all ramifications. Leadership of the union pledged their unalloyed support towards his government as they maintained that Governor Oyetola has done much in the positioning the welfare of the entire workforce, irrespective of gender, religious inclination, and social status. The event had in attendance the Deputy Governor of Osun State, Mr. Benedict Alabi, the Secretary to the State Government of Osun, Prince Wole Oyebanji, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Prince Abdullahi Binuyo, other members of the State Cabinet, and the National President of Norge, Comrade Akim Ambali, among others. Kolade Akpata, OSBC News.
Speaker of State of Osun House of Assembly, Honorable Timothy Oweye, says unity and oneness of the members of All Progressives Congress in the state is sacrosanct. Honorable Oweye stated this while addressing APC members in Ilesha East local government during the swearing-in ceremony of the new executives. He cautioned the promoters of disunity among members of the ruling party, saying no matter the magnitude of the speculated discord, APC remains indivisible party. The speaker added that at this point in time, what should be paramount to every leader and member is to ensure they work hard for the re-election of Governor Adegoke Oyetola. He therefore lauded the unrelenting efforts and support of the party faithful. While speaking, an APC leader in Ilesha East local government, Elder Kunle Odeyemi, urged members of the party not to be an agent of disharmony or working against the interest of the party at any level. In his remarks, the newly sworn-in APC chairman in Ilesha East local government, Honorable Fowowe Akinola, assured his determination and dedication of his ESCO members towards the continued progress and development of the party. Residents of Ile Ogundeji, Ishoishu area, Okeba, Olonde Street, Ikirun, in Ifelodun local government area of the state of Osun, have urged the authorities of the local government, the state's Ministry of Environment, and the Divisional Police Office, Ikirun, to save them from untimely death. Spokesperson of the area, Mr. Jimo Taufik, made the appeal. He was speaking with OSBC correspondent Rotimi Adeluba on the imminent havoc that can occur as a result of certain dilapidated building in the area. Mr. Taufik stressed that the owner of the dilapidated building, which harbors a family, has been told severally to demolish the crack building and to no avail. He said efforts have been made to reach the authorities of Ifelodun local government on the matter, saying up to now the man living in the half apartment of the dilapidated building refused to quit the house. Adeluba, who visited the building site, reports that if urgent action is not taken by concerned authorities to evacuate and demolish the only crack room in the dilapidated building, it may cause loss of lives. A call has been made to empower the third tier of government for the dividends of democracy to get to the people of the grassroots. The guest on Enaloro, an OSBC current affairs personality interview programs, Honorable Olufemi Johnson, made the call today while featuring on the program. According to the young politician, the closeness of local government to the people makes it expedient to make the arm of government more viable. Speaking on the economy of Nigeria, Honorable Johnson called on federal government to create more jobs for the youth to strengthen the economy and put an end to criminality in the society, while calling on the Nigerian politicians to make the interest of the people their priority. Honorable Olufemi Johnson enjoined the youths not to allow themselves to be used as political thugs, for them to fulfill God's destiny for their lives. The upper chamber of the National Assembly has been applauded for towing the path of honor by reverting itself on its earlier decision on the electronic transmission of election results by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Those who spoke with OSBC News were of the conviction that allowing INEC to transmit election results will deepen democracy and eliminate rigging. Adeyemi Abodere has the report.
The Red Chamber had made a retreat yesterday when it made a U-turn on its earlier decision not to allow the Independent National Electoral Commission to transmit results of the forthcoming elections electronically. The decision to stop the electoral umpire from transmitting election results electronically was met with stiff condemnation back in August when the two chambers of the National Assembly kowtowed on this. However, at the review of the decision at the floor of the Parliament on Tuesday, the Senate had reversed itself and gave the green light to INEC to go ahead with the idea considered as novel by the general public and the civil society organizations. In his reaction to the latest development, a politician, Mr. Kazim Yusuf, posited that allowing INEC to transmit election results electronically would deepen the nation's democracy and reduce instances of rigging
of INEC to transmit any results, any election result through electronic means. I think we should encourage them. The law should be passed in a way that will make INEC to be truly independent.
The submission of a former state director of the National Orientation Agency, Mrs. Oluremi Wilson, was not different from that of the latter, as she noted that if results of examinations by bodies like JAMB could be released electronically almost immediately after the conduct of the examination, nothing should stop INEC from embarking on electronic transmission of election results.
If results of examinations by WAEC and NECO are transmitted almost immediately after the examination, nothing stops election results. In the sense that if it's been sincerely picked and the official that is supposed to transmit the result is the person transmitting it, and is the same that will be in the hard copy, then it should be taken serious.
Many considered the move by the Senate as a step to save its face over criticisms that it is against move to ensure credible polls and deepen Nigeria democracy. For OSBC News, Adeyemi Abodere reporting.
In a related development, the Senate today passed for second reading the 2022 appropriation bill in adjourned plenary till November 9 for budget defense. President of the Senate, Hamad Lawan, announced the adjournment during plenary. He referred the appropriation bill to the Committee on Appropriation, directing them to report back in 4 weeks. The development followed the conclusion of the general principles of the budget, with each senator bearing their minds on the contents of the fiscal document. This is the news across the country, coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. Iliawiye Okebale Osogbo. Now, a mid-news message. Honesty is the best policy. Train your child to be honest. The National Assembly today passed a bill to upgrade Adeyemi College of Education to a full-fledged university. The development followed the concurrence of the Senate to the House of Representatives bill, which was earlier passed at the Green Chamber. The institution will now be known as Adeyemi Federal University of Education, Ondo, after the Senate passed the bill for third reading. The President of the Senate, Hamad Lawan, said the bill has repealed the act that established Adeyemi College of Education and re-enacted a new one for the establishment of the Adeyemi Federal College of Education. The Odoka of Ijimoba, Oba Timothy Omolaoye Olugbodi, said his focus is on peace within the community and the state at large. The monarch gave the assurance after receiving the staff of office and the certificate of authority presented by by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Evangelist Razak Adeosun Sanya Onoride, has more of the story.
The Odoka of Ijimoba in the Ejibu South Local Council Development Area of the state of Osun, Oba Timothy Omolasoye Olugbodi, received the staff of office and the certificate of authority at the State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, State Government Secretariat at Bere. Speaking shortly after presenting the staff of office, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Evangelist Razak Adeosun, implored the monarch to ensure sustenance of peace in his domain in line with the vision of Governor Adeboyega Oyetola, who has ensured the peace and security of lives and property of the citizenry, as well as unfolding transformational development across the state. He stressed that Governor Adeboyega Oyetola remains committed to fairness and justice for all in the area of chieftaincy affairs, and recently demonstrated this by approving staff of office for 9 traditional rulers in the state. In his remark, Odoka of Ijimoba, Oba Timothy Olugbodi, emphasized that his focus is on ensuring peace within his community and the state at large. High point of the occasion was the presentation of staff of office and certificate of authority to Oba Timothy Olugbodi by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Evangelist Razak Adeosun, on behalf of Governor Adeboyega Oyetola. Sanya Onoride reporting for OSBC News.
The Nigerian Army today explained that it is not constructing Ruga settlement in any part of Nigeria, especially in the southeast region. It's described as baseless, untrue and false, an allegation that it is currently constructing a Ruga settlement at Igbo Etiti community of Udi local government area of Enugu State. In a statement, Acting Deputy Director Army Public Relations 82 Division Major Abubakar Abdullahi disclosed that its engineers are currently constructing a military training facility at Igbo Etiti community of Udi local government area of Enugu State. He said the facility, when completed, would accommodate troops during training and help to improve their efficiency in protecting law-abiding citizens across the southeast. Justice Daniel Osaigo of a federal high court in Lagos today ordered a former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, to pay 200,000 naira for not making himself available for rearrangement of alleged money laundering. Osaigo said that he had gone through the court's file and noted 5 different letters by Fani-Kayode seeking adjournment on same medical grounds. The court consequently ordered that he should pay the sum or risk a revocation of his bail. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had charged Fani-Kayode alongside a former Minister of State for Finance, Menandi Usman, also charged is Yusuf Danjuma, a former chairman of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, and a company, Joint Trust Dimension Nigeria Limited. The EFCC preferred a 17-count charge of 4.6 billion naira money laundering against them before Justice Mohammed Aikawa. The Mandatory Continuing Professional Development MCPD of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers in the state of Osun holds tomorrow. A release by the chairman of the development program, Adekunle Adedoye, indicates that the theme of the professional development program is valuation proactive as a panacea for effective land administration in Osun State. It adds that the program, which is approved by the Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration Board of Nigeria under the chairmanship of Supervisor of Surveyor Victor Ayeye, National CPD Chairman, will have Engineer Adebayo Ojo as the lead speaker. Sub-themes will feature asset valuation as tool for effective revenue generation, to be lectured by the Coordinating Director of Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning, Pastor Oladayo Fashina. While the challenges of land use charge in Osun is part of the sub-themes that will feature Professor B.T. Aluko, Venue of the NCPD program is the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers House opposite Sazo Hotel by Subeb Junction, Oshogbo. It further stated that all fellows, associates, non-members and graduates, professionals as well as students of the institution in the state are expected to be promptly seated. A book, Àṣà Àjogúnbá Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, will formally be presented to the public tomorrow. The presentation holds at the Local Government Service Commission Hall, State of Osun, in the afternoon. A release by the author, Mr. Adeoye Bakari, indicates that the book is written to complement the effort of Governor Adegoye Oyetola in boosting Yoruba cultural heritage. According to the release, Àṣà Àjogúnbá Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá is targeted primarily at enhancing the innate abilities of youths in Yoruba orthography. The Majobaje Dialogue on Economic Development of the Old Western Region will tomorrow morning hold virtual Zoom conference. The Zoom conference, which is an initiative of Majobaje movement, will have as discussants a renowned development strategist, Otunba Okpeyemi Agbaje, and a woman and youth advocate, Ms. Reisola Abiola, and a governance affairs expert, Dr. Fagbenro Byron. The special guest is an awardee of this year's Best Nigerian Economist, Professor Abayomi Adebayo. Participants are to register via https:/30gmm dialogue. The International Association of Lions Clubs District 404B2 Nigeria, Osun Axis, will tomorrow hold year 2021 World Sight Day with the theme Love Your Eyes. A release by the association indicates the venue of the program scheduled to hold in the morning is Oluwo's Palace, Iwo, State of Osun. It will specially feature sensitization work from Ojale to Oluwo's Palace, Iwo. According to the release, beneficiaries will enjoy free eye screening, distribution of eyeglasses, distribution of eye drugs, eye surgical operation, and health talk on eye care. Osun State contingents to the 6th National Youth Games in Ilorin have arrived at the Kwara State capital ahead of the opening ceremony on Friday. Adeyemi Aboderi has more on sports updates.
Champion, the Super Falcons will intensify preparations for their 2022 African Women's Cup of Nations qualifying fixture against the Black Queens of Ghana when they arrive camp in Lagos on Sunday. The first leg will hold on Wednesday at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena as head coach Randy Waldrum has invited 23 players who include Desire Okparanoze, Uchenna Kanu, Francisca Odega, Rashidat Ajibade, Azizat Oshoala, Gift Monday, among others. The return leg is scheduled for October 24 in Accra. The winner over 2 legs will join host Morocco and 10 other countries for the 12th Women African Cup of Nations next year. Senegal has become the first African country to advance to the last qualifying phase of the Qatar FIFA World Cup Series. 4 straight wins in the ongoing phase ensure that the Teranga Lions will be among 10 group winners who will compete for Africa's 5 slots next March. Senegal brushed aside Rwanda 4-1 at the Orlando Stadium, Johannesburg. Morocco has also secured a place in the final for the Qatar 2022 World Cup. The Atlas Lion outclassed Guinea 4-1 in a rescheduled Match Day 2 Group 1 match played in Rabat, Morocco, the adopted home ground of Guinea, who were the home team. The World Soccer Governing Body, FIFA, has lifted the suspension placed on Chadian Football Association. The Football Association was suspended following government interference in football matters. The suspension led to the country being thrown out of the 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifier. Nigeria Professional Football League side Rivers United have confirmed the appointment of Fatai Osho as their new chief coach. Fatai Osho replaces coach Indubusi Nduka, who has been elevated to the position of technical director. Osho last worked as the head coach of former league champions Enyimba International Football Club of Aba he spent 2 seasons with the People's Elephant before leaving in August following the expiration of his contract. He will work with coach Stanley Eguma, who is now the technical advisor. Following the shift in the opening of the 6th National Youth Games in Ilorin, Kwara State by 2 days, Osun State contingent has today departed for Ilorin for the games that kicks off tomorrow. The state representatives were led by the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Sport Development, Mr. Vincent Akimbami, and the General Manager of the State Sports Council, Mr. Rotimi Dumoye. While there, the state will feature in 23 events, which includes athletics, football, basketball, boxing, cycling, golf, judo, taekwondo, weightlifting, wrestling, among others. It has been reported that Manchester United could make a move for Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi in the January transfer window. Midfield has become a priority area for United to strengthen as they prepare for future transfer opportunities. Ndidi is still one of the best performing players in the Premier League with his consistency. Sport Update returns tomorrow. My name is Adeyemi Aboderi.
To end the news across the country, here are the major points. Governor of the State of Osun, Mr. Adigwege Itola, has tasked beneficiaries of the state microcredit scheme to judiciously spend the loan given them for the expansion of the economic base of the state. The Senate has passed for second reading the 2022 appropriation bill and adjourned plenary till 9th of next month for budget defense. Osun State contingent to the 6th National Youth Games in Ilorin have arrived at the Kwara State capital ahead of the opening ceremony on Friday. That was the news across the country, edited by Tunde Adeyemo and delivered by Temitope Olajuwola. For more about us, you can visit www.osbcng.org. Thanks for listening. Good evening.
You are live. You are live. On Osun Radio.